I'm Chris Sims filling in for Rob Snow, and we wanted to bring you up to date on, frankly, a horrible situation that is unfolding right now in the Philippines. From what we can tell through international media sources, there is an attempted coup by ISIS-linked fighters and militants. And some reports say that these ISIS-linked fighters have even raised the black flag of that death cult, which declared a caliphate in the Middle East years ago, over top of some public buildings. And get this statement from the leader of the Philippines as he installed martial law. He was fresh off of a meeting in Russia, came back to his country, and declared martial law after returning. He said, quote, "If I think you should die, you will die. If you fight us, you will die. If there's an open defiance, you will die. And if it means many people dying, so be it. That's how it is." That is the statement coming out of the Philippines leader during what looks to be an attempted coup by ISIS-backed fighters. Joining us now to try to shed some light on this is Elliot Tepper, Distinguished Senior Fellow at the Norman Paterson School of International Affairs at Carleton University. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Certainly, Chris.
Can you please help our CFRA listenership put this into perspective? What is going on in the Philippines?
Well, I doubt it's a coup.
Okay.
What this is a continuation of a rebellious southern province, the large province of Mindanao in the Philippines, which has, as you know, about 7,000 islands, but the main ones are Luzon in the north. But Mindanao has a Muslim majority, and it has been in rebellion one way or another for a very long time. What has been happening lately is that the main groups that have been in rebellion, two of them, have actually come to terms with the government, this government, the preceding government, the government before that, and that there had been something like a hope for the settlement of long-standing Muslim grievances, which had really been magnified to the point of saying we want independence. Now you add in an ISIS component and Abu Sayyaf. Abu Sayyaf is a different kind of Muslim-led group. They have long preceded ISIS in existence, but lately have said, oh, yes, we're affiliated. That's a rather loose affiliation, but that's their identity now, as you say. They've got the black flag. Abu Sayyaf is responsible, for, among other things, for kidnapping for ransom, including kidnapping two Canadians who were subsequently beheaded because no agreement could come on their release. So Canada has a direct interest in this. Abu Sayyaf saying now we are indeed ISIS affiliates, got raided. The leader of one of the two main factions within Abu Sayyaf was cornered, and there's a $5 million reward on his head by the Americans. So the Philippines military thought they were going to go in and finally capture this guy or kill him. But instead, it all went very wrong. They came storming out and took over a Catholic church, and hostages are taken. So now what looked like a raid on the leader there has turned into a major military confrontation. The Philippine military is using aircraft. They're actually bombing parts of one of their own cities now. They say precision bombing. Tanks are in use. So this has escalated into a major conflict. And keeping in mind that Duterte, the current president, that's his home base, not that particular city where they are now, but Davos. He knows Mindanao very well, and he also, as we all know, is quite willing to go beyond the normal bounds of how you deal with opponents, with his attack on drugs, leading to, we hear, thousands perhaps of extrajudicial killings. So now he's saying, now I'm coming after you, and you better watch out, and now I'm going to put martial law in this area, and I may even expand it to the entire Philippines. That's major news, that he may put all of the Philippines under martial law if he finds that ISIS is not only in Mindanao in the south, but in the main island in Luzon. So we have a major conflict growing out of an ISIS-related group, a militant group that everyone would welcome their elimination. However, it's not going to be easy.
No kidding. So this sounds like they're really dug in there. So to be clear, Duterte, the leader of the Philippines, he's from that province, not that city, but from that province?
That's his home base.
Okay.
Far to the tip. He was mayor there for a very long time and led quite a brutal assault there on drug trafficking.
And so now there's a chance, if I put this correctly, there's a chance now that ISIS could be taking over some of the province, one of the provinces of the Philippines. Is that what's happening here?
Not quite.
Okay.
Abu Sayyaf now declare themselves to be affiliated with ISIS. As I say, they pre-existed ISIS. They've been in business as a Islamic-based rebel group, but also just basically into banditry and thuggery, and
right.
But very murderous. These are the people who kidnap people,
behead them,
including 2 Canadians. So, and they raid neighboring countries. They've gone off to Indonesia and raided. So, they are a very dangerous group. They are very well armed. They've been very hard to root out because they have roots in the area. So anytime anybody goes in after them, they're alerted in advance, kind of like a spider web. Any thread gets twanged and they're on alert. So this is an attempt initially to go after Abu Sayyaf by the central government. It has not worked out well. Abu Sayyaf is very capable of carrying out mayhem, and so too is this government. So the Philippines has now moved into a new crisis situation.
Have they ever? That is very scary. Elliot Tepper, I wish we had more time for you this morning. I really appreciate your analysis and insight into this.
Well, certainly, Chris, and there's the rest of the world out there, too.
Always. Okay. Elliot Tepper, a distinguished senior fellow, Norman Paterson School of International Affairs at Carleton University, sharing his very valuable insights into what sounds like all hell breaking loose in one of the major provinces of the Philippines.